Welcome back to the Would-Be Carpenter Shop. Today I'm going to be working on refinishing the top of this late 20th century decorative side table. It just had some really bad chips and some chemical set on top with something. I don't know what it was, but ate all the way through the finish. Here I was just testing out a little bit of stripper on it just to see if I could take it down really easy, and it did. It came up very easy. So I'm going to be doing that. There's a few chips and dings around the edges that I'll be cleaning up. But the main thing is the top, and just wanted to make a small video of how easy it is to do a top. Hopefully this will be easy. So let's get to it. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be taping along the edge. So I'm just doing this rim and the top. I'm going to be taping along the edge, and then once I get a nice tight tape around there, then I come back with a piece of plastic or any type of cover that will protect the piece from the splashing and spilling of the stripper. And then this is just going to go on top of that tape. It doesn't matter if it goes all the way to the top, because that's why I put that one all the way up there to protect it. So I can just put this one on in a way that doesn't have to be perfect. It'll still be protecting the top. All right, we got all taped off here. I'm doing it in the shop because it is just blazing hot outside in Vegas today. We have 131-degree temperatures. Well, the princess says always make sure you use your safety equipment, your gloves and your eye protection when using any type of stripper. Alright, thank you, princess. I made sure Princess the chicken was outside while the stripper was on the table. All I did was clean up the stripper on the top. I took all the wrap off, cleaned up the stripper, I let it dry, I scraped it really good, and now after it dries one more day, I'm going to come back and clean it and then sand it. Alright, this is just showing you what I did. I put that plastic one on this corner, and tomorrow when it's nice and hard and I'm sanding the top, I will sand that little pattern up there. That's all inlay. Kind of cool. All right. All right, I'm just refilling some of this. Okay, that feels pretty good. Not absolutely perfect, but you know. One more thing on the top here, I'll do it. And then, all right. Now here's that corner again. See, it's a lot sharper. Turned out a lot better. Now I just have to put some color on it and put the green, the wood grain in it, color it, and then I'll hit it and finish and it's up here a little bit. Now it's got a nice sharp edge on it, and that's what we want. Now this one up here, I feel is a pretty deep little hole. I feel we can just put a little color on that, and the finish will make it really nice. Like that. I'm going to be using a can today because it's just a small table. Helmsman polyurethane, which I've had really good luck with in the past. Okay, let's give it a first coat. I've let this finish dry for 3 days now. Nice coat, lots of little nits all over it, which is okay, and a real ripply surface. So what I'm going to do today is, here's the side, and the side looks really nice, but I'm taking it down, just sanding it down, and getting, it's pretty ripply, so there's little, and just kind of keep making it flat. To put another coat on it, so you can see all the little low spots that are still in this. Right in here is a really good picture of it, like I can get a better view of it. See all those little shiny spots, those are low spots. So I'm just going to go around and keep sanding until I can get most of that even without going through the finish. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the top. Let's see if we can't get this top a nice glassy gloss. Okay, this is another coat. All right, this has been sitting for about 4 days now. The top is like super nice. It's got a few little nits, and I did a little repair of a little tiny pinhole over here, but just put some patch in it to be colored. And gosh, I almost hate to sand over it for another coat, but has to be done. It's turning out really nice though. So here we go. All right, I got my block made up. I'm being really careful not to press down too hard on the sides. I mean, you know, dig into the corners. Okay, this is after I was done block sanding it. All right, hopefully this will be the final coat. Well, not quite. This is just one of many. Oh, there we go. Very nice. All right. All right. Right now I'm wet sanding with wet sanding with 320. So, you know, I've gone over the whole thing already. Very gentle wet sanding, where it's really there was nits in it before from the last finish I put on, but this was a really nice. I'll show you when I get this off here. Got around the edges here too. Turned out really, really nice. Gosh, it's kind of hard to see, but the finish is like, well, it's still wet. Let me get it on the stand and I'll show you. Beep. All right, I got it on the stand. Made it a little bit better. You can see it as it's drying out. Like I said, I wet sanded to 320, and man, it made a big difference. It's kind of hard to see, but it leveled out a lot of really leveled out the bumps that were sticking up, the high and lows, but I mean, I still have them. Not even close to how bad they were. Here I'm just showing you how the wet sanding really brought it down. And I said it was my last coat. I'm far from my last coat. This has probably got about probably 10, 11 coats on it. I had a really tough time with it, as you'll see. Okay, another fantastic coat. Well, I'm not sure how it happened, but there's a handprint in the center. It's really hard to see, but it's there. I just don't understand how it happened. All right, sand it again. Okay, another coat. Here we go. All right, hopefully this is the last coat. I found a fingerprint right smack in the middle of the top, so I had to redo it again. I sanded it and recoated it off camera. Hey, no fingerprints. Anyway, that's it. Looks good. Okay, I'm thinking to myself, I learned a new trick, and I'm going to try it out on this table because it's small and simple and easy. So I'm going to wet sand the top with 2000 and then use compound to polish the top. So here we go. Sand, I'll turn it down to low. Okay, looks pretty good in the middle. Ooh, oh, yeah, that looks good. Alright, looks like I can go just a little bit more because it's not really on the edge. I wanted it to, so I'm just taking it easy, taking it slow. Oh, this was a mess. This is supposed to be like a fine grit polish right before the final compound. This here's the high gloss, the final buffing. Right here, I'm just starting to notice that it's not turning out so great. There's milky rings and spots. The top looks so good. It's just so deep and perfect, like glass, but there's these milky spots and rings all over that you can see when the light hits it. So I don't know what I did wrong. I'm just crazy upset right now, so I polish it again. Well, I did a final polish, and then I just walked away and came back, let it dry, and came back and polished it off or buffed it off later. Well, it's been a week. I came in early and sanded the top again, just took it right back down to what I started with. Pretty disappointed because I've seen it, and it really, on other people's projects, it's turned out really well. I'm not sure what I did wrong. It's a good learning experience, though. I know better than to do it again until I learn what I'm doing. While I was sanding, I noticed there's a big dent in the side. So today I'm going to show you how I fill holes like this in the finish. I laid the table on its side so when I put the glue in, it would stay in the hole nice. And that's what I'm going to show you here. I'm putting the glue on a pencil so it can funnel down to the point and right into the hole. And I'm just going to fill the hole up full to where it's bubbling. So when it dries, it'll be proud of the hole. So I can take a blade and clean it up. And I'll show you how. Alright. Now you seen where I had the glue dripped up? All I did was take a razor blade and I just scraped over the top until it was even with the rest of it here, kind of even. You still see the around it. I took my 600 or my 350. I sanded over the top of it really good. You can see where it is. The color I put in had a reaction with the finish, and it turned red. So I'm going over it with a colored marker and then spraying the finish over that. My finish turned out really nice, but I was really looking for that glassy look. I'd like to learn that technique. Here I got the table up on its side, and right where the big chips are on the apron, I'm going to show you how I repair those. This I've done before. All right, I'm going to be using some glue. First I want to fill the base of it in really good. I'm just using the back end of a paintbrush, and over a piece of paper I'm dripping the glue down on it and letting it run down to the end to give me more control of where the glue goes. Alright, I tried to get to a little different angle. Let that dry and I'll add a little bit to it. Alright, a lot of that glue is dried on there. So I'm gently taping off around it just so I don't scrape it with a razor blade when I'm scraping it off. Alrighty. Right here where you see them hollow spots or the white spots, it's got powder in the hole, and that's just deeper spots. They need to be filled before the finish will come out nice, so I need to put more glue back in there. I need to get some air and blow those little white spots out, or some way to get them out so I can get more glue down in it. Here I'm just filling in some more spots with glue, and as hard as I tried to blow that powder out of there, I couldn't get him out of that, so I'll just put it right over it. And if you look real careful, you can almost see a little white down in there. That's why I like to get all that out of there. I'll have to end up putting some color over that to hide it. And I'm just taking a little bit of touch-up glue. I'm running that right out to the edges, so it's over the edges a little bit so that there's not holes. And just gonna let that dry and then touch it up again. I'm trying to show you my best of how I do this, and I accidentally busted through this, so I want to take this marker, they're furniture markers, this is cherry, and just mark around the thing, wipe it with my hand, dab it, just slightly wipe it, dab it, wipe it, dab it, wipe it, rub it. A little around this blue edge here too. It just helps take that sharp edge off of. Okay. So now you can't tell at all. That's what we want. Alright, I'm going to take the tape off and see if we can get this cleaned up. Here I've masked off the apron so that I can spray it where I did the repair. Alright, we're going in for a closer look at the spot. And that is about as close as I can get. You can see small smudge over the top of that, but man, you can't tell it all now. Looks great. Put a small coat of lacquer over it. When it dries, I'll check it again. Other than that, that worked out good. Now that the semi-gloss is dry, you can see it did turn out pretty good. Don't forget to like and subscribe.